Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. It is raining outside, and all of my hamsters that are within reach, in fact, even Dr. Snurf over against the wall where I can't reach him, he's sleeping. All of the others are sleeping. I just took a look because I wanted to see if I could glom onto someone and bring them out. But little Gojira is sleeping in her mason jar. Little Saber is sleeping in her nest. Little Dust Mop is asleep underneath this piece of cardboard. Little Figmo is sleeping in his cage. Dr. Snurf against the wall is sleeping, so no hamster this morning. I like to respect their body autonomy enough to not do that and just irritate them or wake them up. I do occasionally. I'm a human being. I'm inconsistent in my desires and wishes and all that, so occasionally I do it anyway. But on the whole, if they're sleeping, I just let them sleep. Definitely a thumbs up. So then this morning, I woke up early. I have been running, and it's late. It's like 7:54 right now, and I'm just starting. But I have been like 5:15. I woke up. Well, I woke up before that. I just finally got out of bed because I needed to take a shower. But got out of bed at 5:15 to take a shower. Now, that doesn't just involve, taking a shower. It takes a while to shave my neck down and my cheeks, and then I trim my beard, and then I take my trimmer and I trim all the hair on my head. So that takes a good half hour, sometimes a little bit longer, to get it all done. Now, the last time I took a shower and trimmed, I accidentally used the wrong guide, because on my beard trimmer and my hair trimmer for my head, there's guides so that you don't have to think too hard. It's not going to go and trim down to the skin because there's a little plastic thing in the way, and you can just grind it as hard as you want to get the hair down. You can either do a quick job leaving loose stuff or spend a lot of time making sure everything is absolutely level, and you're fine because the guide is making sure that it's not going to be too long or too short. I used my mustache one, which is the shortest one, on my beard here the last time. And it was like, oh, there's a huge trim down spot. There was no way to even it out without looking just weird, so I just trimmed the whole thing down to the same level, which is why it's been so short these past couple. So this morning when I went to take a shower, it was a little bit quicker because this part, it's not even long enough to get hit by the second guide, which is the one I use for this part of my hair and here, and then the third one, which is the longest, I use to trim here and then up to the crown back of my head, and then just part up to here. And then I have an actual head clippers that I keep at the 3/4 length to get all the stuff on the top of my head and just right over here. Mirror imaging is weird. It doesn't mirror image like a mirror. So when I hold up my hand here, it's on the opposite side and movement in my webcam monitoring software. So it's always a bit going, opposite side. So that's all that's going on with that. But I got my hair trimmed down, and that took a time, and then I took a shower and I got nice and clean, and there was a spider in the shower stall. They like to go in there. And so I took time rescuing the spider, got a pizza box, tried to get it, because it was up near the juncture of ceiling and wall. Tried to get it off there, and it went, and panicked, went all the way down to the floor, finally got it onto the pizza box, took it outside, shook it outside, and then came in and took my shower. And I like saving them instead of killing them. In fact, I do that with a lot of bugs. I mean, I don't like crane flies at all. I hate crane flies. But when they get inside, I capture them and then I throw them out the window so that they can go do whatever they're going to do for however long they've got to live before they're going to die, without being trapped inside of, a domicile where they're not going to be able to do what they want to do. And moths, I capture moths and I throw them outside. There are some bugs that I don't try to capture, like there's these flying ants when they come in, and if they get into the hamster cages, it's like, hopefully the little guy's gonna get you and chow. I'm not gonna kill you myself unless you get in my face, but let's hope something eats you. Now, is a urban legend type thing. An urban legend type thing. I don't know how true this is, and I doubt it's true, but they are everywhere. There is this thing that said, probably still does, probably a big thing. I could probably check it out on the internet, and might after my vlog, but where they say, no matter where you are, within 3 feet of you, there is always a spider. Now, that's not literally true, but they are everywhere. And especially, like the wolf spiders that just free range everywhere. And then you've got your jumping spiders. And then there's the spiders that just make webs in a disorganized web in an area. And then you've got your orb weavers and the combinations, the funnels type spiders. And they are everywhere. If you can't see a spider, then that doesn't mean there's no spiders in the room. That just means you can't see the ones that are there. So, and while that seems scary, remember, of all the various species of spider on the planet, there's only like 12 that are aggressive enough that they could rush out and bite people just to bite people. That's 12 out of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of species, not 12 groups, just 12 individual branches of spiders. So they don't like people. They don't like to attack. Most of the time, if you say, oh, I got a spider bite, it's not a spider bite. That was just an insect bite. Spider bite is two small little incisions because they have 2 fangs. And so if it's only one bite, or one raised area, no, that wasn't a spider. And even at that, you got to double check because, hey, it's easy to get scrapes and cuts around these things because they're raised. But that's the main reason I think my arachnophobia is starting to fail. Because actually it was, and the webs of spiders are amazing. Because when I go walkies, and I went walkies last night, 6-mile round trip to Walmart and back. When I go walkies, I walk past a lot of trees because this is tree country. And so there's trees everywhere. And when I walk by this one park, and there's overhanging trees. Lots of spiders, lots of webs. And if I see them, I try to avoid them because I don't want to tear the spider's hard work down. And some of the spiders are pretty aggressive in their webbing. There was one web line that went from way up in the tree all the way down to the edge of the sidewalk. And I watched the spider working on its web that way, so was able to walk around it. But last night, I was walking by and this one web line just went boink across my nose like that. These things are strong. The amount of pressure that I got off of this web line was like 1/10 of a gram. It was very, very light, but I could feel it when it hit my nose. And then I kept walking forward. I could feel the pressure like an actual, piece of cotton thread going up against my nose, and then the pressure of it pulling back against my face. That actual spider line smushed my nose in a little bit. I could feel the pressure of it smushing my nose in. Like I said, maybe 1/10 of a gram maximum before it split. But the fact that that one line pushed in my nose enough that I could feel it going in, that was pretty heavy duty. So it's amazing stuff, spider webs. And I know I talk about spiders a lot because spiders are fascinating and terrible and they're amazing and alien beauty. And I call them alien beauty because some of them are really quite beautiful and amazing animals. But that's not terrible in the ooh gross, but terrible in like when you see like in biblical terms with the terrible and powerful might. Yeah, the terrible might. It doesn't mean wretched and awful. It means overwhelming, inspiring of terror. And so that terrifying, that terrible beauty that they have Because, oh, when those 4 little legs on each side are all wiggling and they're coming down on their webs. Yeah, even with my arachnophilia, thank God not that. Even with my arachnophobia fading, I still get the little hairs crawling up all around my body when spiders do something really alien and awful. Thumbs up for that. But yes, I went walkies, and even though we're in the beginning of September, and even 5 years ago on September 1st, it got cold. Just in that short amount of time now, it's about mid-October before it gets cold now. So it's not jacket weather going out walkies, because it's still warm nights. But I go out with an undershirt and then an overshirt, and then I take my plaid shirt that I wear as a jacket, and I wear that. Later on, when it actually gets cold, then I'm going to start wearing my summer jacket on top of the plaid shirt, on top of the 2 shirts, and then that will probably be too much. So boy, I'll probably need to not wear an undershirt and then just have the overshirt, the plaid shirt, and then the summer jacket, because that's what I was doing last winter when I was powering through the snow. And even at that, I had to have my jacket open because I was so hot. So definitely a thumbs up. And it is raining right now. I was afraid it was going to rain last night. I checked the weather report and there was danger of rain, and so I carried my little travel umbrella, but it didn't rain. But right now it's raining, not really hard like it did. I can't remember if I was recording or having to edit, but the last time it rained, it was a literal thunderstorm. I mean, hokey smokes, the whole house here. Every thunderclap, the whole house shook, and everything on every shelf was just going ching 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 ching, because it was so hard. When I talked to my housemates, they'd been out driving, they were on the highway, and lightning was striking so close. It was going bam, and then whiteouts. They were amazed that no one got into an accident, because when the thunder strikes the thunderclaps were coming in afterward, that was almost knocking people off the roads, because it shook the houses in town and the cars where it was happening. It was like wham off to the sides, and you were fighting to keep your vehicle under control. So luckily no one got hurt, but it was just buckets of rain. The water was just running like rivers down the middle of our road. And we're on a hill, so by the time it gets down to where we are, it's usually off to the side. And it wasn't. It was like a river, so hokey smokes. It was something fierce. It used to rain all the time, too. Now it doesn't really rain anymore. We've done better this season. It has been unseasonably cool and unseasonably wet. But we're amazingly lucky for this time of year, excuse me, this year, because normally it is this hot and everything is brown and dead. It has been unseasonably cool in this area this year. Luckily, not luckily, but people still get them confused with the difference between weather and climate. Weather is what you happen to be experiencing at that moment. Climate is what's happening all around the globe. So there's a big difference between what your weather is and what global climate is. We are, like I said, just amazingly lucky that it hasn't been hot here. I mean, even before my wife died, I had to take her like 5-6 years ago. They had emergency relief stations for the heat, where you could go to like the Civic Center, where they had the air conditioning pumped up high and had water there for people, and she couldn't take the heat, so we had to get her there just to keep her alive. So hokey smokes, this would have been a better time, but life is life. I mean, she wouldn't have lasted 5 years. They were amazed she lasted 10. She had heart valves that were rated for 10 years after having heart surgery. And she told me, because she didn't tell me a lot of the big heavy stuff at the time, she was trying to protect me, and she was smart to do that because I was falling apart and breaking under the pressure, but she only let me know toward the end of her 10 years after her heart surgery. The doctors, seeing everything that was happening to her, hadn't expected her to live past 5. And she hung on all the way for another 5 after that. Oh, it was hard. But still, hey, life is life. Life is life. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. Going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having gone through and left me comments. Good comments, bad comments, and different comments. The fact is, you left me a comment. Thank you so very much. Abusive comments I trash can. I've had a fair number of them fairly recently. If they're just talking to me, like this one person going, why are you wearing makeup? Why are you wearing chokers? And there's been a big talk in there about, I'm not wearing makeup. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks like you are. But there's nothing abusive about it. So we've been talking, and I've been keeping that conversation going on the page. Other ones that just start off with like, why are you such? Or hey, you did. Or why are you? And it's like, they just go boom, straight into the trash can. As soon as I determine that it's abusive, goodbye. But thank you for having left me a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. And it's a range of 20 to 25, because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I'm an American. That has nothing to do with it. It's my brain damage that, and my depression and fibromyalgia, that's keeping me from remembering, not the fact that I'm an American. That's actually kind of funny. That amuses me now. Here we go. We have Archie Scherf. Thank you so very, very much. And Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kit's Cat, thumbs up and thank you. Leonardo Jose, greatly appreciated. Cute's Love, who actually left like a full page of comments. Thank you very, very much. Marisol, greatly appreciated. Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. Louis Munoz, I sure hope I'm close, but I'm not. Yost Nerd, thumbs up and thank you. And Confused Owl, greatly appreciated. And Nuclear Saturn, thumbs up and thank you. Baphomet, greatly appreciated. Nick Medeiros, greatly appreciated. Raven's Desecration, thumbs up and thank you. Michael Matulich, oh, I am nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And then we have D24 Exists, that is a good thing. And Andric Jimenez, thumbs up and thank you. Twinamai13, thumbs up, greatly appreciated. And then we have Daniel Woods, thumbs up and thank you. Hey, it's Jason H. Thumbs up and thank you. Some guy named Jamie, greatly appreciated. Thick Boy Freaks, thumbs up and thank you. Alive Too Long, greatly appreciated. Robert Hughes, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Little Affliction, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is a good thing. Boy, there was more I wanted to talk about, like nerves and how fast they grow and how big they are, but if you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign, or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Yes, indeed. Nerves are long. I had forgotten about that. Nerves are long. And when you damage a nerve to the point that it dies all the way back to its origin point. So when I severed my nerve here, that wasn't just they had to regrow and get that back growing this way. That was a whole nerve. How long? Nerves only grow at 1 millimeter a month. I am amazingly lucky that I can use my hand right now. It should still be paralyzed. Thumbs up for that. I'm amazingly lucky. And I got this video, I've got another video. Maybe I'm going to have a song mutilation later for today. Hard to say. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. I mean, it's amazing. Nerves in the human body are absolutely amazing. It is a very good thing. You have a great day.